What is up, Cowboys Nation? Boy Mike Tag here, chilling on the patio, enjoying the beautiful weekend in Florida. Actually, it's a little chilly here. I mean, chilly for us in Florida. I don't know about you guys, but when it's under 75 degrees, we don't like that down here. We want to be in the 80s and 90s. Got to get that heat up. So, appreciate all the new subscribers. Make sure, again, if you're just checking us out for the first time, you're unsure, man, what's the Cowboys Cave about? Well, it's all about talking Dallas Cowboys from a fan's point of view. So we've got a lot of great guests. We do live shows. We do shows with different Cowboy content creators. We also bring in some former players, some NFL legends, some Cowboys legends, Ring of Honor, Hall of Fame, all that kind of good stuff. So check out the archives if you guys are new to the channel. But definitely want to talk about the running backs. Running backs, anyone who knows, your boy Mike Tag knows I love some running backs. So Tony Dorsett obviously was my favorite player growing up. Then lead into Emmitt Smith. Obviously, you sprinkle in a little Herschel Walker in there. You've got Zeke. You've got all the guys in between, man. I think running the football is critical for success. And as the history of the Cowboys, I mean, running the football, that's always been the bread and butter for success in all their years. And I know it's a pass-happy league, but you see the trend getting back to running the football, and I think that is what crippled the Cowboys last season. But we're not looking at the past. We're going to be looking into the future. So, Javonte Williams, they signed, right? Miles Sanders, okay. Javonte Williams, he's got some skills. Obviously was really good out of North Carolina, broke McCain's heart a few times, but never really has been able to translate that in the NFL. And really, injuries are the reason. When he's been healthy, he's been pretty productive with the Broncos. He's not going to be your lead dog. He is going to be kind of that two, which leads me to drafting a running back. Drafting a running back is critical. I don't think it needs to be in the first round unless you're getting Genty, or if you really fall in love with Hampton and you want to grab him, maybe you trade down and get Hampton, or the price, it's just too good to pass up, and your heart's set on Hampton, then you just draft him. But to me, the running backs are deep, and the running backs late in the draft are really deep. And one of the guys that I've been obviously pushing for is my man from the U, Damian Martinez. I think he can be a steal for the Cowboys. Probably not going to be there in the fifth, but if they were to use some of them comp picks to trade up, then I think they can definitely get Damian Martinez. And he's 6'1", 220 pounds. He's never ran for less than 6.1 yards per carry in a season in college. Doesn't have a lot of tread. So he's definitely an option. The two guys from Ohio State are definitely options. You've got Scattaboo is a name you kind of hear a little bit. I don't think he fits what the Cowboys want because what they already have. I think Javonte Williams is kind of that bruising back in between the tackles. So I don't know if they want to go that route. I think he's probably not the best fit for them. So I don't think Scattaboo's an option, but I do like the kids from Ohio State. I like the kid from Miami. Obviously Hampton and Genty. Part of me wants Genty to be gone because I think the Cowboys will be hard-pressed not to pick him if he's there. It's almost like that Zeke scenario where you had Zeke and you had Ramsey. And, maybe looking back, cornerback was more of a priority for the Cowboys. Ramsey's kind of, he proved to have a pretty solid NFL career, but so did Zeke. I mean, Zeke was the heart and soul of that offense, and it takes pressure off the quarterback and takes pressure off Dak Prescott. So I think playmakers are critical. If you saw my early video, talked about wide receiver. To me, the other priority early in this draft is going to be running back. They can't be satisfied. I don't want the Cowboys to just say, all right, we signed Javonte Williams. We signed Miles Sanders. We're good at running back. This is too good of a running back class not to draft one and not to draft one of those top 6, top 8 running backs that are out there. So hopefully Jerry, hopefully Steven, hopefully McClay, they understand the priority of getting these young. We need young legs because obviously Williams is still only about 24 years old. Miles Sanders is getting, up into the late 20s, which is in running back years is like an old man. So he's been injury prone. Javonte Williams has been injury prone. They need to draft a guy who can be a workhorse, who's not injury prone. And my man Devontae Williams is a guy that, or Damian Williams, excuse me, is a guy that can do it. And so hopefully the Cowboys look that route. But again, there's so many between Henderson and Jukins from Ohio State. That brings in some championship mentality. Guys that have been to the promised land, the guys have hoisted up that trophy. That's the other thing. They need to draft some mentality as well. So that's what I'm looking for the Cowboys. Get that running back, get that playmaker. Now you've got options, right? You can go with the hot hand if you want to go with Williams and whoever you draft, sprinkle in some Miles Sanders. But it shows me the coaching staff is committed to running the football. They've addressed the running back situation, the needs early. Obviously, the offensive coordinator is an offensive line mentality. So the Schottenheimer, the DNA is running the football. So I think you're going to see a different look Cowboys offense. Not hugely different, but I think you're going to see an emphasis on running the football, which is going to open up the play action pass, which is what Dak Prescott is best at. You've got to start using Dak Prescott's skill set to what is best. Last year, pre-injury, it just looked like a big mess. It just didn't look like they had any identity. They didn't address the running back situation, which put all the pressure on Dak Prescott. And if you saw my earlier video talking about the receivers, you got CeeDee Lamb. Can Mingo be the X factor? To me, he's the X factor in as far as getting a compliment to CeeDee. Obviously, they still need to draft a receiver, but if Mingo, who people forget, man, he was an early second-round draft pick a couple years ago. He was, I think, the 5th receiver taken in the draft. He's a guy with sub 4.5 speed, 6'2", 220, big frame, physical, great run blocker as well, which is going to help for the running game. So he is, to me, that X factor, and if you pair up another receiver there, now you're talking about playmaker. Now we're talking some Cowboys football. You got CeeDee Lamb, you got a young running back, you got a young receiver, you got Mingo, you got the tight ends. Now we're cooking. Now we've got something going on this offense, because we'll address the defense in another video, but I think the defense with the free agency acquisitions they had, yeah, not flashy, but substance, football players. Guys, blue-collar mentality, and that's what I preach that they got to have. So I'm looking at this Cowboys team, and they are moving everything in the right direction. And, of course, the haters are going to come out and say, here we go again. Here's Cowboys fans. It's our year. Well, damn it. I mean, I go into every season thinking, it's Super Bowl or bust. That's just a mentality. But what I'm seeing from this team in the offseason is showing me that they understand what they need. They have addressed the areas of need that I asked for, and I know a lot of Cowboy fans identified as areas of need. Now it's really drafting to get the playmakers to fill some of those voids and get some explosiveness into this offense, explosiveness into this defense. Secondary is going to be critical, which we'll definitely talk about later. But let me know your thoughts on the running back situation. Are you satisfied with where they're at? And what running back do you want them to add? Do you want them to go early? Do you want them to go Judy? Do you want them to go Hampton early? Or do you see the Ohio State running back duo? You see one of those guys falling in the 3rd round that you're happy with. Maybe a Scadaboo. Maybe my guy from the U, Damian Martinez, I've been preaching about. Obviously, you got Neal, you got Harvey. I mean, it is just a list of running backs. I don't think the running back draft has been this deep in some time. So there is no reason why the Cowboys should not get a bona fide quality running back in this draft. But let me know what you guys think. Of course, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit the share. Definitely check out some of our past videos, interviews if you're new to the channel. We do a lot of live shows. We are having our Fan of the Month segment this Wednesday, so make sure you tune in for that. And if you want to be the Fan of the Month, follow my man Kelly K9. He will tell you all about it. Also, it's March Madness, man. Nothing better. Great weekend of sports when there's no football is college basketball March Madness. My bracket, a little broken up. Not totally collapsed yet. Got work to do. I need some guys to step up, but hopefully it'll happen. But appreciate it. Enjoy your weekend. We'll be talking to you soon. I'm not in the Cowboys cave. I'm chilling out on the patio, but I will be back in the cave soon. See you.